Some football goals look so crazy that you wonder if the ball is actually breaking the rules. Like that famous free kick by Roberto Carlos in 1997. The ball bent in the air so sharply, it shocked everyone watching.
Dear, dear! I don't believe it! What a goal we have just seen!
But it wasn't luck or magic. There's real science behind it. Even Sir Isaac Newton noticed how spinning balls curve way back in the 1600s. Yet, these shots still leave scientists scratching their heads. Today, we're going to explain the wild physics that make those impossible football goals happen. When Roberto Carlos stepped up for that free kick in 1997, most people thought he was aiming for the stands. The ball looked like it was headed way wide. And then suddenly it whipped left, curved around a wall of defenders and slammed into the net. It's one of those moments in football history that makes you stop and say, wait, how did that just happen? The secret isn't some hidden trick. It's all about how the ball spins through the air. You might remember from school that objects in motion keep moving unless something stops or changes them. That's Newton's first law of motion. When Carlos kicked the ball, he gave it speed and direction, but it was the spin that changed everything. Carlos hit the ball off center, on the lower right side, making it spin rapidly as it flew forward. This spin affects how air moves around the ball. On one side, the air pushes against the spin, creating higher pressure, while on the other side, the air flows with the spin, creating lower pressure. This difference in pressure pushes the ball toward the lower pressure side, making it curve mid-air. This phenomenon is called the Magnus effect, and it's the reason why balls bend in football, baseball, tennis, and even golf. Now, bending a football isn't just about spinning it. The player has to get the angle, speed, and height just right. A delicate balance that can make or break the shot. If the ball's kicked too high, it flies over the goal. Too low, and it hits the ground too soon. If it's too slow, the curve happens too early, or not at all. Too fast, and it doesn't curve enough. That's why banana kicks, as these curved shots are called, are so tough to pull off, and so amazing to watch when they work. But it's not just free kicks. The Magnus effect explains some other wild goals, like the rare unassisted corner kick, where the ball spins straight into the net from the corner flag. The same pressure differences caused by spin bend the ball's flight path in just the right way. This effect was first noticed centuries ago. Sir Isaac Newton himself observed it while playing tennis in the 1600s. Since then, scientists have studied how spinning balls move, and the knowledge has helped athletes across sports. Think about golf balls slicing through the air or baseballs curving as pitchers throw. It's all the same physics in action. So, could you kick a football hard enough and spin it so fast that it comes back to you like a boomerang? Unfortunately, no. Because of air resistance and the way the ball's spin interacts with air, the ball would spiral tighter and tighter, losing speed until it stops. Plus, the spin speed needed would be over 15 times faster than Carlos's famous kick. Basically impossible. That's one physics trick footballers have yet to master. Still, the players who regularly bend the ball perfectly have spent years practicing how to control spin, speed, and angle. They learn how to make shots unpredictable, sneak passes past defenders, and score goals that seem to come from another world. The Magnus effect and other physics principles give players the tools to turn skill into magic. When you watch a player curve the ball perfectly around a wall or into the top corner, you're seeing the result of physics and years of training working together. Football isn't just a game of chance or brute force. It's a brilliant blend of science and art. And as technology improves, teams are using physics more than ever. They analyze ball trajectories, player movements, and even the wind's effect on the game. The science behind those impossible shots is being studied so closely, coaches can help players repeat them with greater accuracy. Even the ball itself plays a role. Modern footballs are designed with specific textures and panels to affect airflow and spin. The smoother or rougher the ball, the more or less it will curve. That's why manufacturers invest millions to engineer balls that behave predictably, or sometimes unpredictably, to add excitement to the game. Aerodynamics isn't just about bending shots. It also affects passes, saves, and long-range strikes. For example, when a goalkeeper tries to catch a ball that suddenly dips or swerves at the last moment, it's often because of these aerodynamic forces in play. Environmental factors like wind and humidity also affect the ball's flight. A strong crosswind can exaggerate or reduce the curve caused by spin. High altitude means thinner air, which makes the ball travel faster and with less resistance, changing how much it bends. That's why players sometimes complain about playing in different stadiums. The physics of the ball changes with the conditions. And it's not just about spinning the ball horizontally. Players also use topspin and backspin to control how the ball behaves after it lands. A ball with topspin dips quickly and bounces forward, while backspin slows it down or makes it bounce backward. These subtle techniques can decide whether a pass reaches a teammate perfectly or the ball rolls out of control. Understanding all these forces lets players experiment and find new ways to score. Remember that amazing goal by David Beckham, curling a free kick over the wall and into the top corner? Or Cristiano Ronaldo's powerful knuckleball shots that move unpredictably through the air? Those aren't luck. They're physics mastered by elite athletes. At the highest level, teams employ sports scientists and physicists who analyze every detail, from the angle of the player's foot to the speed of spin and environmental conditions. They use high-speed cameras and computer models to predict the ball's path, helping players refine their technique. Even amateur players can learn some of this. By practicing where and how they strike the ball, they can create different spins and curves. But it takes patience and a lot of trial and error. One of the most fascinating things about football physics is how it connects science with human skill and creativity. The player imagines the perfect curve, and their foot and body work together to bring it to life. Physics provides the rules, but the player writes the story. So next time you see a free kick that bends impossibly around the wall, or a pass that seems to float on air, remember there's a whole world of science behind it. A delicate dance of spin, air pressure, speed, and skill. These impossible goals aren't just moments of magic. They're demonstrations of physics in action, making football the beautiful game we love. Impossible football goals are more than just lucky shot. They're a perfect storm of physics, practice, and passion. The next time the ball bends like magic on the pitch, you'll know the secret behind the curve. If you enjoyed this look at football's hidden science, hit the like button and subscribe for more stories that change the way you see the game. Got a favorite impossible goal? Tell us about it in the comments. We might just explain it next.